Drake versus Joe Budden in a war of words on social media. Drake's pursuit of MJ. Are we Team Aubrey or Team MJ? Artist development. Is that a lost art in hip hop today? Who are hip hop's next GOATs? All this and more on State Your Case.
We set the trends.
Drake and Joe Budden recently engaged in a back and forth on social media regarding Joe's critique of Drake's album For All the Dogs. That then prompted Benny the Butcher to drop his own video.
Y'all gotta start just enjoying the music and stop trying to always give y'all opinion, because you niggas is not Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, respectfully though, enjoy the music. It's like, motherfuckers don't enjoy the music no more. They just critique the music. You know, the people that you're critiquing, you gotta realize, you know, a large percent of them got here without your opinion. Like, respectfully, don't take this the wrong way, but I get online and I just see people critiquing, saying what they like or what they don't like. Enough of that bullshit, man.
Are we getting to the point where media personalities can't do their jobs, or are artists a little too sensitive? Let's hear it from Ice.
It's not that at all. Everybody can still do their jobs. What happens is, and direct response to Benny, because he kept reiterating that we don't care as the artist. We don't care, we don't care, we don't care. Hey dog, if you don't care, just let it fly. Because if everybody was praising your album or praising your product, you would be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's okay as long as you say you like it.
But like, never in a million years would I have ever thought that like Benjamin the Butcher would turn into like Laura Ingraham.
Or as someone once said, shut up and dribble. Shut up and dribble. We'll be right back.
Hear me out, dog. You put out art and people listen to art and decide whether or not it's good or not, or whether we like it or not. So his whole mantra kept saying, just enjoy the music, just enjoy the music. Well, I have to enjoy the music to enjoy the music. If I don't enjoy the music, then I'm probably going to say something about it. It's not to like blast you, or it's not to like take money out of your pocket, but like these conversations have been going on in barbershops forever. It's just that now you can hear it, and so now you feel a type of way about it.
I think the biggest issue is that Twitter has given everyone a voice, an opinion, a say-so, that their opinion is law. So I think a lot of noise isn't being cut through to the right people. Like, you're not looking at the right correspondence. You're not looking at the right people who have valuable opinions, who have respectful opinions. So you're starting to see just like little bullshit, and that, I think that's getting to him.
I feel that he didn't even completely bash the project, Drake's project. You know, he just felt like it wasn't what he expected. And he still got ridiculed for it. He even gave him his flowers in the same episode, but literally only certain parts went viral. And for whatever reason, Drake didn't like it. And it started this whole conversation about whether or not journalists, artists, people in general can give their opinion about people's work. But I personally feel if this is someone's lane, if this is their job, what is the big deal? Everyone isn't going to always like every single thing that you put out.
As somebody that was in the room when Joe gave his critique, he liked the album. If anything, I was the critical one on the album. I didn't like it. And there's a thing about people accepting it's not for me. Like, I think that is a nice way of saying, hey, I did not like your project, but I'm clear that there's some people that's gonna like it.
Drake recently tied Michael Jackson with 13 number ones as a solo male artist on Billboard's Hot 100. Fans were a little iffy on those 13, ranging from them being mid-records to some of them simply being features. Kaz tweeted the following: "The quality of those number ones gets a little shaky after In My Feelings. Thank you, first person shooter." Wow. All right, y'all. How do we feel about this? Lo, let's go with you first.
Well, first and foremost, let me congratulate Drake for getting 13 number one hits. It's not easy to do in any kind of climate. It's not easy to do, you know, for this amount of time. So let me just first give the flowers, the praise. Cool. Now let's get to the real meat of it. A lot of those number ones ain't shit. A lot of those number ones are mid records. A lot of those number ones got played and played and played and played and played over by somebody at their house for 5 hours straight. When we had Michael's #1 records, we went out and got those #1 records. We heard them shits on the radios. We went and bought the singles. We went and actually bought those records.
Personally, to me, I would like a separate list. Like how you got BC and AD, I would like before streaming and after streaming, because it's a different world. Like Lo said, we have to go out and buy this music. Now I pay my $9.99 to Apple, Tidal, Spotify, or whoever, and we don't know who listening to what. We don't really know any of this. I don't believe any number I see today. I think all the numbers are fake. Everybody's numbers are fake. I say this all the time. All numbers are fake. So, yeah, congratulations with an asterisk.
Some of what Drake is suffering from is what I call like the Floyd Mayweather syndrome, right? Like Floyd Mayweather is undefeated. You know, he's, by a lot of people's standards, he's considered the greatest pound for pound fighter ever. And people who are a little bit more critical would say, well, he ain't fight nobody. Well, Floyd can only fight who's around when he's there to fight, right? He can't go back and fight Sonny Liston or Jack Dempsey. Like, he can only do what he can do in his square. So to that extent, yeah, congratulations. Aubrey, you are like the best trash man in like the sea of trash. Like, that's dope. But let me just do this. Billie Jean, Rock With You, Beat It, Bad, Dirty Diana, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Ben, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, You Are Not Alone, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Black and White, Say. Tootsie Slide.
Right foot up, left foot slide.
Tootsie Slide?
Left foot up, right foot slide.
Tootsie Slide?
Really?
Don't you wanna dance with me? No.
For real?
I could dance like Michael Jackson.
Drake?
Drake?
Sitting down and spinning on business. Spinning on business. Spinning on business. Spinning on business.
Shit! I'm just saying Tootsie Slide, and you just said Beat It, like all right,
like Dirty Diana, Bad, like what are we like? Come on,
what are we talking about?
And the last thing I'll say about it is that the best 2 records on that list were courtesy of the Rihanna stimulus package. 90% of that list ain't even Drake songs.
I'm not telling you to not have your opinion. It's just wrong.
The Source recently ran a story about older artists selling out shows relatively easily, while younger artists are struggling a bit. 50 Cent recently celebrated 20 years of his classic album Get Rich or Die Trying and sold out shows across the map. Friend of the show Naima Cochran tweeted the following. Artist development included developing a stage show, pacing, breath control, all that. These new artists don't do small clubs, local, and build to radio dates to bigger stages over time. They go straight to a festival stage and half rap over the track. What do we think is the issue here?
I mean, Naima's right. A lot of artists, back in our golden era of the 80s and 90s, you would have to do smaller circuits, or you would have to really hustle to get on or do local shows. You learn all of these things. And, there's only a few artists really that seem like they've gone through that process. Kendrick Lamar being one of them, as far as like the bigger artists. He spent a lot of time at TDE before Good Kid, Mad City, basically incubating himself. I remember seeing Kendrick's early show before Section 80 came out when he was here in Atlanta. And he wasn't totally polished, but he had stage presence. He came on there, he performed the music. He had energy, he had, motion. It wasn't just walking back and forth on stage saying the words over the beat. But nowadays, these artists are just getting on because their song is already hot. And by the time, the record label wants to sign them or do business with them, whoever was with them before, their management or their production team, whoever it was, doesn't seem to be interested in doing that artist development either. So it either has to be the record label once you get signed, or you have to have someone, your manager or somebody with you ahead of time to make sure that these things are in place. If you don't have either, then you're going to just end up rapping over the beat, standing up there and struggling to sell $400 tickets in an arena that you don't have no business performing in.
Yeah, I think definitely artist development is a lost art. I think like when labels now decide to sign an artist based off of TikTok or Instagram was trending and not putting the energy into the artist to make sure this person has, first of all, more songs, that this person can actually perform in front of other people and not just make a song in the studio. Those are two different things. And I think that whole development needs to be brought back. Bring back artist development. And I think also too is that a lot of these artists, they don't take the time to go to these smaller venues, to clubs, to perform, because especially in hip hop, if you are rapping about, if your content is XYZ, you're gonna need so much more security to perform at these places. And I feel that it becomes costly for them to even get that practice. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of teams are just even opting out, and they're trying to go straight for the arenas, and they can't sell it, because a lot of times, just because someone is liking your stuff, using your sound, you know, as a reel or a TikTok, that doesn't mean they're gonna purchase a $40 ticket to see you.
And then the other thing is they making too much money now to worry about the development, to worry about all of this. I'm making a X amount of money. Hey, to do that small show is I'm gonna make how much? And to do this festival, I'm gonna get how much? For how long? All right, cool. Let's just go do that. The numbers are fake. Again, it's all coming back to fake numbers. You go do a festival stage, you get a $50,000, $100,000 bag. Now, you think I just performed in front of however many 100,000 people or whatever was at that festival. That's not your crowd. But now, because you got the fake streams gassing your ego, so you think, okay, my record I did 20 million on Spotify or whatever the case may be. Cool, let's go book MSG. No, you don't have that.
Right.
You don't have 20,000 people that will purchase something to see you. They'll see you if you're there at something they already purchased, but I'm not paying that money to come see you. And they're finding that out in real time. Where, oh shit, wait, we can't sell this? Oh wait, we only sold how many tickets? Oh no, I'm not gonna go and book the venue that size, because now that hurts my brand. Again, these artists are brands now. So now me going to book the size that I really should be booking actually hurts my brand. If I go book, if I'm a mainstream act on a festival stage, but the only venue I can do in New York is SOBs, and that's no shot, but SOBs, Urban Plaza, something like that, I can't get in an arena. Now it's gonna look a certain way when I start popping shit to everybody else.
I'm gonna end it off with this point. Like, people were clowning Lotto early on when she had one of the big records on radio, but she was doing a small ass, venue, a club venue, whatever it was. And niggas was looking at her like, yo, she got her shit is on the radio, shit is streaming, this, that, and the third. Why she's doing these small venues? Well, now look at it.
Yeah.
She took the proper steps to build her crowd. Like I said, who's coming to see me? All right, cool. I got 400 to 500 tonight to come see me. The next year, that number doubles, right? The features double. Now I put out a project. Now I have a body of work to travel with. So now when the festivals happen, Lotto's in big letters, they're coming to see me. Right? But what she did in the forefront was take that L, take that 300-400 crowd that I got at Webster Hall, wherever the fuck she was at, and now these people are gonna follow and double and love and purchase any and everything I put in their face, whether it's merch, whether it's a brand deal, whether it's tickets, whether it's an album, whether it's a feature. I have everything for them, and that number only got bigger. So if we're looking at artist development, that looks like the prime example right there.
And to add on to that, like I was like, do it real quick. To add on to that, Lotto, she comes from essentially a reality TV competition show when she was a child. So like she was developed and incubated long before we got to a Queen Bitch of the South or any of that kind of stuff. So she went through the actual process. And the other thing, to Ice's point, is that some of these artists are getting thrown on huge tours as supporting acts and don't have no business being up there. Listen, God bless Sexy Red, but like when Drake puts you on his show, A, that's not your crowd. B, you're not prepared for that. You're just not. There's a lot of people in a lot of arenas. You're not that yet. If he wants to bring you out for a show, that's one thing. But to put you on as a supporting act, that comes with a certain level of responsibility. And even if you would love to be in front of all those people and it's Drake and all that, maybe you just quote unquote take the L or turn down the opportunity to say, hey, I'm gonna go do this over here instead. You know, Drake has the line where he says, you know, they begged me to take an R&B nigga on the road, and I asked them for Kendrick and Rocky. Well, Kendrick and Rocky were ready to perform when they went on that stage with Drake, and they were brand new artists too, but they were ready to get on stage and actually put on a show. And so to put an artist in that kind of position is kind of unfair to them, and their team probably is not willing to turn down that bag and the Drake look to be like, nah, we're not ready for that. Catch us on the next go round or whatever the case is.
And I also just think it's unfair to compare new artists to 50 Cent. 50 Cent is a superstar, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he's still in the conversation with the Power Universe. So he's going to sell shows. You can't compare him to a new artist that just doesn't have that longevity.
And the other thing is, these artists, when you want to compare them to 50 Cent, you guess what 50 Cent has? Classics. That part is missing. Nobody, again, they're not making classic music. It's this microwave TikTok era, here today, going tomorrow bullshit. So I'm gonna put a record out today. It's gonna make me some money today, which is why they keep dropping every 3 weeks. I got a song out today. You didn't even let your record breathe to see if we like it, if we can turn it into something. Because it's this "what have you done for me lately?" You got to keep it going mentality that we have. The microwave era that we're in. Hell, it's not even microwave era. This is instant era now.
Just add water.
The record drops today. It has to be deemed a classic or trash by the end of the day, or else y'all are back to the drawing board again. No more slow burn. No more let the people feel it, hear it here, hear it there. Oh wow, you got one here. This is a classic. Like 50 has that. A lot of these acts have classics in their discography. Hey, Snoop could tour to the end of time.
Right.
All day.
He don't have to put out another project again in his life. And guess what? He still puts out projects.
He still does. Yeah. Right.
But he can tour to the end of time. Snoop could be 80 years old with a walker on stage, and they're going to be out there rocking. You know why? Because he got timeless classics.
There was a recent conversation on Twitter regarding hip-hop's next GOATs. Once Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole hang it up, who's left to carry the torch? Lo, let's hear it from you.
There isn't. Like, there isn't. Drake ain't done yet. Cole ain't done yet. Kendrick ain't done yet. Wale ain't done yet. Just like these niggas ain't done. How are we pushing them out the way and finding or deeming the next GOAT? It's just like we didn't call Jay the GOAT when Big passed, did we? No. Just like Josh said in the last segment, discography. We need a catalog. And there's no clear shot of anyone in my view that, yeah, he's got the potential or she's got the potential. It's just not there yet. No one has shocked me. No one has wowed me. No one has said, yo, I got to sit down with this person, or I got to go to his show or her show or this, that, and the third, bro. Like I said, microwavable music. There's nothing. No one wants to be the next guy. They want to be the next minute. You know what I'm saying? So no. Until Drake and Kendrick Cole say, "Are we done?" Those are my three right there. We're not looking at nobody else. We're not waiting on nobody else. These three are still here, so let's deal with these three right now.
Unfortunately, the two that I saw that had the potential are no longer with us, and that was Triple X and Pop Smoke. That was it. They had it. Outside the music, they had it. They had. I can't put a word on it, but they had something that star power that could just capitalize, that take them to that next level that everybody else really ain't really looking to be.
Je ne sais quoi.
That. But they had it, bro, and it's just like Pop really wanted to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Triple X really wanted to inspire millions. Like, you have to want that, and then apply it to your work to achieve that. I don't see nobody doing that today. I'm with Low-Key. There's nobody that wants to be the GOAT. I had this conversation before, and Polo G's name came up because he keeps referring to himself as the GOAT. Cool. I don't see you putting in the work or even trying to attain that level, though. It's just something you're saying. It's totally different than somebody who really believes it and is trying to get it. So no, there's no GOAT.
Brooke, what you think?
I think GOAT is a strong word. So when I'm thinking of that word, no, I don't see anybody. But when I think about this generation and the people that they champion, I see Uzi being one of those people. Maybe even Dirk. Dirk album did very well. You know what I'm saying? Surprisingly, you know, his album did better than Yachty. You know what I'm saying? So I think that to say GOAT, no. But I think there are some people to watch.
I'll push back a little bit on what Lo was saying from the standpoint of I don't see any GOATs either. But I also don't think that we have to wait for Drake and them to be done for someone else to actually give a fuck, to see them and say like LeBron is old, Kevin Durant is old, but you can look and say, all right, Devin Booker really wants it. You can look and say, okay, you know, this guy maybe really wants it. You can say Jason Tatum, or you can point out a couple of guys where it's like, yeah, okay, this person right here, I can see they really want it. Now, to my other point is that really, to me, GOAT requires a lot. Yeah. And I get what Ice is saying, because it, like, Pop clearly had that thing, and X clearly had that thing that made people gravitate toward them. But for me, for you to be the GOAT, you got to check every box. And I mean, like, all of them. And so to me, GOAT means you sold a bunch of records, you put out a bunch of super meaningful singles that are all-time classic type songs. Your lyrical ability is unquestioned. You put on a hell of a show. You have great music videos, you have great art, you have like everything. And so a lot of cats nowadays are, you know, if there's 7 boxes, 8 boxes, maybe some people could check 4, maybe some people could check 5, but no one can really go down a list and be like, I have this whole package figured out. Just put me on the stage and just let me run for 10 years and I'll be right there with y'all. Now, the one artist that I would say that checks a lot of those boxes for me personally, and probably isn't going to, I don't think this person is necessarily going to be the GOAT, but the person of this generation who I think checks all those boxes or gets as close as they possibly can is Jid.
I think another artist too that I would like to throw out there is Tyler. I think he checks off pretty much every box that you can think of. He's literally, if Kanye and Pharrell had a baby, that's literally who he is when you think about that. And then on the women's side, I think Lotto and Doja have that ability, and also the artistry and the just everything to really ascend in terms of like their star power, because they can do everything. Like you can literally take Lotto from a VMA stage and she'll go to LA Leakers and kill a freestyle. There's not many that can do stuff like that. So
that's very true.
One person also that isn't close to that yet, but has a lot of rap potential is Simba. So I really like him too in terms of if the music ever catches up to his skill,
that's the problem.
He's out of here.
That's the problem. That's a great point.
The only problem with Simba is that we know Simba from having dope bars, but there are no records. There are no foundational records.
Right.
And like until you start getting that, to me, you're on ground zero.
Mm-hmm. Here's why I won today's segment. I got to sit with a bunch of motherfuckers that know what the hell they're talking about. So if I lose, I still won because I got so much knowledge and I had a great fucking time. But if I lose, it's gonna be a problem.
I heard what they all said. I won, yo. I won because yeah, all that sounded good. That sounded amazing. I won. First off, I won because I juggled this and managing his daughter. Yes, I'm that guy. I'm gonna use the sick baby card. I won. Y'all should send me a trophy or something to put right there. Like it should be a sign. Like y'all, it should be a holiday. Like come on, this wasn't even close.
Well, I'm winning in real life, so that's definitely why I need to win. But I came with the truth. I didn't come to sugarcoat. I didn't come to try to deliver the best bars or deliver the hottest takes. I just came with the truth. The truth always wins.
Oh man, I won today's segment, man, because I feel like I came with bars. I came on here ready to spit bars, and I feel like I did my part. And I should get like a verse of the month or a hip hop quotable or something. Like somebody like recognize the God, man. Like let me cook. This is what I do. This is actually what I do, like in real life. Like let me do my thing.
You already. Well, we knew this. We knew this before I got here. Salute. Thank you, y'all. I knew y'all was gonna vote for me. Shout to my baby for being sick today because I know I cheated. I cheated. What you want me to do? I cheated. It works.